and welcome into Fleming High School as the Peetz Bulldogs come to visit the Fleming Wildcats here on this wonderful Thursday night as both teams getting ready. The Peetz Bulldogs 3-1 on the year. The Fleming Wildcats coming off a big win against Caliche just on Tuesday as they are 3-3 on the season. I'm Cole Onstead bringing you tonight's matchup between the Peetz Bulldogs and the Fleming Wildcats here on this big-time small-town media production on Chassa.tv and ColoradoPreps.tv, as tonight is going to be a good matchup. Really a team in the Peetz Bulldogs trying to find their way back into a contending volleyball system, as they're trying to get the younger players back into it. But they will have actually 4 or 5 young or older upperclassmen starting. As for the Fleming side, they're always a powerhouse. They've been to the state finals so many times. They're coming off last year as they're now the defending runners-up, so they had a great year last year, and now they look to do that once again. 3-3 on the year is Fleming, and 3-1 is Peetz. As we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to have the starters for tonight's matchup here on this big-time small-town media production on Chassa.tv and ColoradoPreps.tv.
Playing sports takes planning. Our day-to-day lives take planning, but we're not all prepared to plan for all aspects of our lives. That's why we have to rely on people like Joel Nelson at Nelson Financial to help us plan for our retirement. Plan and invest in your best interest without compromise. At Nelson Financial, the only certified financial planner in the area, Joel can't help you out unless you call 970-521-7800. Nelson Financial. Better to plan and not need it than need it and have not planned.
Here's a simple math problem. What's 1 plus 1? 2, you say? Not at Bank of Colorado. Here, 1 plus 1 add up to free, because our personal free checking and personal free collection give you twice as much free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, no service fees, and more. And when you add on, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you're into free, apply today to open a new account by visiting bankofcolorado.com, where 1 plus 1 equals free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Peetz Telephone Company is a proud supporter of Peetz Athletics. In addition to their many great services, the Peetz Telephone Company is offering super fast internet to the surrounding area with speeds that reach up to 20 meg. You'll be surprised by the personal service as well as the low monthly rates that you receive from your local hometown telephone company team. The Peetz Telephone Company. Call 334-2220 for full details and availability. Good luck, Peetz Bulldogs.
One of the benefits of being a Premier Farm Credit borrower is having the opportunity to share in the association's profits. Since 2001, Premier has paid out over $26 million in patronage dividends. Call us if you want to be part of a local, member-owned and controlled cooperative that understands agriculture. We offer interest rates competitive in the marketplace, and our board of directors is committed to a patronage dividend program. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
Whether you need an operating loan, real estate mortgage, equipment loan, or need capital for expansion, Premier Farm Credit has the loan products to meet your agricultural financing needs. Loan decisions are made locally by experienced professional lenders who understand agriculture. We invite you to compare your loan to a Premier Farm Credit loan. We're confident that you'll find our products, price, and value to be the best in the marketplace. Call me, Ryan Rasmussen, at 522-2330 for all your ag financing needs. Premier Farm Credit, the gold standard in ag lending.
You're looking for a used car, but you don't really trust those used car dealers. At Ertl Brothers Discount Auto in Sterling, trust is not an issue. At Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, there is no purchase as is. Every vehicle on the lot comes with a complete warranty. For your convenience of shopping, Erdl Brothers Discount Auto is available online anytime at ebautos.com. They understand that not everyone works 9 to 5, so they'll even set up private appointments to work with your schedule. Visit Erdl Brothers Discount Auto, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4.
And welcome back in. We're going to name the starters first for the visiting Peetz Bulldogs as we get ready to go underway. The starters for the Bulldogs will consist of Mackenzie Meyer, Morgan Burns, Melissa Shoemaker, Taylor Engelker, Mackenzie Curley, and Jody Shoemaker. And tonight's libero for the Bulldogs will be Caitlin Peetz. So that's going to be an interesting way to go as we have Peetz playing for Peetz. And, of course, always on their side, a Shoemaker. Well, this time it is two Shoemakers in Jody and Melissa. For the Fleming Wildcats, it will consist of Caitlin Bornhoff, Sage Herbert, Deborah Kurtzer, Abby Kurtzer, Taylor King, and Timmy Keisel. And the libero for the Wildcats will be Megan Chintala. So the defending runners-up, state runners-up, are going to have a loaded lineup once again here tonight as both teams having their lineups starting or announced by actually assistant coach Connie Wilkening. And, of course, you would remember that name with the Wildcats. Both Morgan and her sister. Mainly Morgan was the one that went on to Colorado State Pueblo, and she will be a freshman down there as the Wilkenings always had some good athletes in their family. As we get ready to get this one underway for this matchup, the Peetz Bulldogs and the Fleming Wildcats. This is game one of the match. Best of 5. As teams will meet in the middle, shake hands, and they will get this one underway. As they're figuring out the rotation first off. So on the court, it will be Myers, Burns, Shoemaker, Engelker, and Curley, with the libero being Peetz for the Peetz Bulldogs. On the floor for the Wildcats will be Bornhoff, Herbert, Kurtzer, King, and Keisel, with Chintala as the libero. The serve will go for Taylor King, the senior, picked up back row by Peetz. A ball set into the net and a 4-hit violation as Fleming will take a 1-0 lead. King back to serve once again for the Wildcats. She'll float one back row and through two defenders on the back line for an ace. Make it 2-0 Fleming. King serving with a 2-0 lead. Jump serve. It's dug out back row, set up near side, and it'll be pushed across by Engelker. Far side picked up. It'll be Kurtzer. Pushed through on the defense. Peetz will, on the flat-footed attack, it'll be Burns, and she cannot get one to fall. And it'll be long on the attack, and it'll be 3-0 Fleming. King pushed up back row, picked up by Peetz. Set up by Meyer. Dug out and down as Debbie Kurtzer could not dig this one out. And it becomes a 3-1 lead as Peetz gets a ball in. It'll be Megan Gilland, or Gillum, in for Peetz on the substitution. A floater over, picked up near side for Kurtzer, pushed across. An attack through the middle by Burns. Can't get it to fall into the block. Pushed across by Burns again. Near side, picked up. Be Abby Kurtzer, her attack long and out. And Peetz will get another point, 3-2. Serve across. Set up by King. Kurtzer and drives one home this time. She can't get it. She couldn't get the first two to go, but she gets this one and makes it 4-2. That'll hand the serve over to Rachel Franz. Franz with the line drive over the serve, picked up, and free ball over by Peetz. Picked up, Franz set up in the middle for King. For Teisel. A big swing on the backside by Shoemaker, and she will get this one to fall. And that'll make it 4-3. So keeping it close is the Peetz Bulldogs, 4-3. And going back to serve will be Melissa Shoemaker. She'll float one over and out on the far side of the court, and it's 5-3 Wildcats. Line drive over the net, picked up by the Bulldogs back row. We pushed across by Burns. Set up far side. Abby will tip it over and get this one to fall. Makes it 6-3 as Abby Kurtzer gets the tip kill. Timmy Keisel. Line drive serve picked up by the Bulldogs. Set up near side Burns, and she will hit this one into the net. And makes it 7-3. Keisel serve again. Back row picked up. Set up for Burns in the middle. Over an attack. Far side, Abby Kurtzer picked up and back row into the net. They say Burns went. Makes it 8-3. Keisel to serve again, and she will serve this one into the net. And makes it 8-4. Fleming still leads. And Morgan Burns will serve it up. Picked up back row by King. Set up near side for Kurtzer. Off the net cord and down, as that makes it 9-4. The Bulldogs have not been able to find an answer for Abby Kurtzer. She rolls one off the net cord. Dug out by number 3 is Megan Gillum, and she can't get that one to go. It is 10-4, and Kurtzer still serving. She'll serve this one back row, dug out by the Bulldogs. Pushed across, a lift called on Peetz. It's 11-4. Kurtzer with the serve. Picked up back row by Peetz. Set up near side. A push across by the Bulldogs. Set up near side. Taylor King, a flat, could not get this one to go into the net, as makes it 11-5. Down by 6 are the Bulldogs. Back to serve will be Mallory Berkey. Picked up back row by Chintala. Set up far side. It'd be a long attack, and it'd be in by Sage Herbert. And it is now 12-5. Back row picked up by Peetz. And LB will fall on the misplay and makes it 13-5. A timeout taken by the Bulldogs. As both teams not really playing with as much intensity as they usually do. Not sure if that's just because it's early in the season or if it's because it is pretty hot in this gym. I don't know. As both teams the Bulldogs will come out of the timeout. Yeah, onto the court first. As Fleming will have the serve, it will be Janaea Daly. She'll serve it over, picked up by Peetz. Set up, near side. It'll be pushed across by the Bulldogs. Far side for King as she will pound one through the block and down. Makes it 14-5. Daly with the serve again. Back row, and her serve will go long, and it's 14-6. Coming in will be Caitlin Bornhoff for the Wildcats. Serve across, picked up by Chintala, set up by Bornhoff, near side for Herbert, and she'll just tip it over and be down for a kill. Makes it 15-6. As Engelker will come back in for the Bulldogs. Chintala's serve will be pushed across by the Bulldogs. Tipped over as a free ball attempt. Set up in the middle, far side for King, and she will go off the arms of Berkey. Excuse me, it'll be Shoemaker, and makes it 16-6. Chintala with the serve. Shoemaker near side. It'll be picked up by Melissa and pushed across. Chintala's dig into the net can't be played by the Wildcats. And 16-7 now the score. 16-7, Peetz will serve for Peetz. Picked up, back row. Chintala set up near side for King and out of her reach. And go down as a hitting error, 16-8. Caitlin Peetz with the serve. Her serve picked up by King. Set up in the middle as a push across by Kurtzer and gets it on the back line. And 17-8 coming in for McCall Edel is Abby Kurtzer, and a serve from Taylor King into the net. 17-9. Serve picked up back row by the Wildcats from the Bulldogs, and it'll be pushed across on the near side by Deborah Kurtzer, and she can't get this one to fall. Makes it 17-10. Meyer with the serve. Picked up by Chintala. Set up far side for Kurtzer off the net court and pushed in as it goes off of Engelker. 18-10 now the score, and that will give the serve to Rachel France. France, back row for Peetz. There'll be a free ball over. picked up. France with a tip over, and the misplayed by the Bulldogs as we go down as a kill for Franz, 19-10. Franz with the serve. Picked up back row, set up for Burns in the middle and pushed across, just on tip. Franz sets up far side. Kurtzer powers through and block and picked up by the Bulldogs. Burns tips it over, set up near side. It will be Daly, pushed across, far side. Shoemaker picked up and pushed across by Kurtzer, and Shoemaker cannot dig this one out on the backside, and it makes it 20-10 as the Wildcats take the 10-point lead. Picked up back row and over by the Bulldogs. King sets up for Daly. Set up by the Bulldogs and push tip kill across for Morgan Burns. And makes it 20-11. And that will give Melissa Shoemaker the serve. She'll float one over. It's popped back over by Daly, and she can't get one to. She'll get one over, and the Bulldogs can't pick it up. 21-11. That'll give Crystal Shelton the serve as she'll come in for Timmy Keisel. Shelton with a jump serve attempt, and she will let this one fall and gonna do it all over again. The jump serve, and we have a rotation violation by the Bulldogs. Makes it 22-11. And Shelton will serve again. Picked up back row by Peetz. Set up for Shoemaker. She'll have to free ball this one over. Set up far side. Kurtzer back row and picked up and pushed across. Franz near side for Daly. Back row picked up by the Bulldogs. Pushed across by Burns and puts one home on the flat-footed attack. Makes it 22-12. And the Bulldogs are keeping it within 10. Burns with the serve, and she will serve this long. And it's 23-12. Kurtzer with the serve. Picked up back row by Shoemaker. Set up. Far side for King. Flat-footed attack. Dug out back row by Shoemaker. Flat-footed attack by the Bulldogs off the antenna. And it'll be out by Melissa Shoemaker. And that'll give set point to the Wildcats. 24-12. Picked up back row. Shoemaker to Shoemaker off the hands, and it will end it as it is 25-12. The Wildcats take set number one from the Peetz Bulldogs. We'll be back right after this as Wildcats take set one, 25-12 from the Peetz Bulldogs here on this big-time small-town media production at Chassa.tv and ColoradoPreps.tv.
With more than 30 years in business, Pro Sports is the only place teams need to go to outfit for this season. A complete supplier of team athletic apparel, teams get their uniforms and equipment at a team discounted price. Outfit your team with Pro Sports, located in downtown Sterling, but a proud supplier to teams from all across Colorado. Pro Sports offering team discounts. Call now, 970-522-8545, and outfit your team today. Pro Sports, your team source.
The South Platte Sentinel has been serving Sterling and Logan County for more than 25 years, and they're proud to do it with accuracy, efficiency, and the most comprehensive local news, sports, and opinion you'll find anywhere. The South Platte Sentinel is available every Wednesday on your doorstep or online anytime at southplattesentinel.com. You can also check out the latest news and updates anytime on Facebook. Just visit the South Platte Sentinel Facebook page. The South Platte Sentinel, a proud supporter of Logan County.
For certified windshield repair and replacement, you already know to call Smart Parts in Sterling. But what about grill guards, running boards, and other truck accessories, such as BW hitches and 3M clear protective coating for any vehicle? Smart Parts has what you're looking for. Ask about the Vortex system, used for sprayed-on truck liners to protect your truck bed from wear and tear while enhancing the beauty of your truck. For these and other services, see Smart Parts at 530 6th Avenue in Sterling or call 522-5399.
Big Tex, a name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex, the name behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex, made to last, made to perform. Big Tex, with years of experience and Texas pride built into every product. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready to transport the job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Sterling Trailers. Call 522-2855.
Welcome back in. The Peetz Bulldogs will have the serve. Peetz will serve, picked up back row. They set up near side for King. She'll just push it across and she'll put it back corner and get the point. As it is 1-0 Fleming lead, and Taylor King will give herself the serve. Pushed across, picked up near side. Back set for Shoemaker, and she'll picked up by Chintala and be free ball, and can't get it across is the Wildcats, and that'll even this one up at 1-1. 1-1 is the score. They'll be serve up, picked up near side, be Kurtzer, and off of Shoemaker on the tip, and give Fleming another point on the Abby Kurtzer kill. As Rachel Franz will come in to serve. Also coming in is Janaea Daly. Picked up back row by Peetz on the serve. Set up middle, Burns on block, picked up and pushed across by the Bulldogs. Back across by the Wildcats, set up. Burns in the middle, over a block, and picked up by the Wildcats. Near side for Kurtzer, and she will put one, be dug out by Peetz, but no one can get to it. And another kill for Kurtzer. Franz with the serve. Rockets one across, picked up by Shoemaker, set up. Franz down the middle for Herbert, as Taylor King tries to get to this one, and it'll go out of bounds. And makes it 3-2 Peetz. Well, excuse me, Fleming, as Peetz will get the serve, and it'll go to Melissa Shoemaker. Shoemaker with the serve, picked up back row, set up Franz, down the middle for Kurtzer, and she will go long on her attack, and even this set at 3 points apiece is Melissa Shoemaker. She'll have the serve again. 3-3. Peetz and Fleming picked up in front row. Backside set for Herbert. Pushed over by the Bulldogs. Set up near side for Kurtzer. Powers through a block, down and in, as she will get another kill. That'll give Keisel the serve. Picked up by Shoemaker, and she will put this one out of bounds. So an ace for Keisel. Keisel, back row, picked up. Melissa Shoemaker to backside. Be Kurtzer, and on the tip and down for Kurtzer. So sorry, I was trying to say to Jody Shoemaker. Keisel with the serve, 6-3, the Wildcats lead. Picked up by Peetz, back row. Set up, Burns at the net, blocked, and can't get it to go across as Burns gets one to fall. 6-4. Burns with the serve, 4-6. As she will go off the net court and in for an ace as it's 6-5. Trailing by 1 now here in set number 2. Burns with the serve, picked up by Franz, set up, far side for Kurtzer, tip kill, and she will get this one to fall. 7-5 now, and Kurtzer will have the serve herself. Abby Kurtzer with a 7-5 lead. Push one across, dug out by Shoemaker. Picked up, and it'll be a flat-footed attack by Shoemaker off the back row. Franz through the middle for Herbert. And picked up back row as the Wildcats will have it set up again. King near side off the block, picked up, dug out. Franz will shoot it back, picked up out of the back row by Peetz. Pushed across by Shoemaker, near side for King. She'll tip it over, and she will get this one to fall. 8-5 now. Abby Kurtzer with the serve, 8-5. Pushes one across, dug out, back row by Peetz. Push across by the Bulldogs. Near side, it'll be Herbert. Dug out and pushed across by the Bulldogs. Franz, far side for Daly. Dug out, back row by Peetz. Shoemaker with a push across. Dug out, Franz, near side for King. Off the block, and that is out, and that'll be a Fleming point. Taylor King with the kill. And you got to admit the King-Kurtzer combination for Fleming will be tough this year for them. 9-5 is your score. Set up, Shoemaker in the middle for Engelker, picked up by the Wildcats. Dug out back row by Peetz. Shoemaker to Shoemaker. Dug out back row, Chintala. Set far side for Daly. Dug out by Peetz and cannot get to it is Meyer and makes it 10-5. Kurtzer with the serve again. She'll push it across. Dug out by Peetz. Picked up by Shoemaker and pushed across by Meyer. Kurtzer to Franz. Near side for King on the attack. Through the block and down. Big swing by Taylor King as Jacqueline Neinhauser will come in. Kurtzer with the serve. Goes back row, dug out by Peetz. Far side. He pushed across by the Bulldogs. Franz near side for King. Tip over, and she will get this one to fall as they just pushed across to make 12-5. As Kurtzer still serving for the Wildcats. Picked up back row by the Bulldogs on the Kurtzer serve. 12-5, and this attack will be wide by Nienheiser. Makes it 13-5. Fleming. Kurtzer with the serve, 13-5, and make it an ace off the hands of Melissa Shoemaker. 14-5, and we're going to have a timeout taken by the Peetz Bulldogs as the Bulldogs not having as much success against or in trying to take this serve from Abby Kurtzer. She's just been on fire right now at both on the serve and on and attacking, as between her and Taylor King, they have just put away nearly all the points for the Wildcats here in this second set as they lead 14-5. And coming out of the timeout, Kurtzer will still have the serve with a 14-5 lead. As Kurtzer will have the serve. Go back row, picked up by Nienhauser. Set up, Shoemaker. Far side for Curley, and she will get one to fall and makes it 14-6 now. And that'll give the serve to Jody Shoemaker. Coming in is McCall Edel. And she will dig this one out back row. Franz, and it'll be pushed across by Chintala. Shoemaker picks it up and pushed across by the Bulldogs. Franz set up for King down the middle, off the block and off the net, they say. And it'll go a 4-hit violation, and it's 14-7 as Jody Shoemaker will get the serve back. Shoemaker, 14-7, picked up, back row by Chintala, near side for King, tip over, and she will get it to fall. Give her another kill. And it's 15-7, and now a rotation. It will give Janaea Daly the serve for the Wildcats. 15-7, pushed across on the serve. Shoemaker in the middle for Curley. And pushed across into the net is King. As that will give a point to the Bulldogs. 15-8. Give the serve to Mallory Berkey, pushed across by the Wildcats. Set up Nienhauser to Curley, picked up Wildcats. King just float one over, and she will hit the back line and get that one to fall 8-16 as Timmy Keisel comes back in for the Wildcats. As Megan Chintala will get the serve. Serve back row, and it's an ace as it's off the libero Peetz. And it's 17-8. Chintala with the serve, 17-8, picked up on the back row as Peetz cannot handle it. Makes it 18-8, 10-point lead for the Wildcats. Chintala serve again, picked up by Shoemaker. And it'll be pushed across by Curley. Set up backside for Deborah Kurtzer. She can't get it to fall as it goes into the net. And it's still a ×2 lead for the Wildcats, 18-9. Curley with the serve for the Bulldogs. Set up for Kurtzer. Can't get it to go. It'll be Burns into the net on her attack. And it's now 19-9, Wildcat lead. And into serve will be Crystal Shelton for Taylor King. 19-9 with the Shelton serve coming. 19-9 serve picked up back row. The Shoemaker will float one across, and she cannot get it to fall as it's long. And it is now 20-9 as Chintala just let that one fall. And Shelton again with the serve. Picked up back row. Set up for Burns. She'll have to free ball over. Set up near side for Abby Kurtzer. She'll pound one through a block and into Curley's arms, and she can't handle that one. And it's 21-9. 21-9 is Shelton with the serve once again. Picked up back row. Set up for Melissa Shoemaker. Backside for Deborah Kurtzer. Off the block. Picked up and free balled over by the Bulldogs. Chintala set up far side for Keisel. Blocked at the net, and the Bulldogs get a stuff block and make it 21-10. As Mackenzie Meyer comes back in, and she will serve for the Bulldogs. Picked up by Chintala, pushed across by Bornhoff, and into the net go the Bulldogs. And it's 22-10. And we'll have coming in is Rachel Franz and Janaea Daly, and Franz will get the serve with a 22-10 lead. (22-10) as the Franz serve into the net. And it's 22-11 now. Coming back in for Peetz is Mallory Berkey. And the serve is to Melissa Shoemaker, and it's 22-11, set up backside, and it'll be Daly. Dug out back row by Peetz, and be pushed across. Near side for Kurtzer, through a block down and in. It's 23-11 as Kurtzer will get one to fall. That'll give Timmy Keisel the serve for the Wildcats. 23-10. Set up. Burns, she'll try to tip one over. It's blocked at the net. Burns once again, and she will go wide on her attack, and it's 24-11. And it's set point for the Wildcats. Keisel with the serve. Back row picked up. Near side, and it'll be Burns on the back row attack. Dug out. And Franz cannot get to this one, and Pete stays off 1 point and makes it 24-12. Burns with the serve. Picked up, back row, set up. Chintala with the back row attack from the libero. Picked up near side for Melissa Shoemaker, and her attack will go long and make it 25-12. So back-to-back sets of 25-12 as the Fleming Wildcats will take a 2-0 lead from the Peetz Bulldogs, and we'll be back right after this with set number 3 here on this Big Time Small Town Media production on Chassa.tv and ColoradoPreps.tv.
These days, there's no free lunch, no free ride, not even any free time. Well, at Bank of Colorado, we're putting an end to all that because our personal free checking and personal free collection serve up a whole lot of free. You'll start with free checking, free online banking, free telebank access, free PIN pay, and more. Then when you add our personal free collection, you'll get a free savings account, free appraisal with your next mortgage, and more. So if you want to bring back the free, apply today to open a new account. Visit bankofcolorado.com and long live free. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Get your DVD copies of the events you're seeing live online at BigTimeSmallTown.com. Hi, I'm Ben Blecka, owner, founder, and one of the talents of Big Time Small Town Media. Very glad you're enjoying the broadcast we're bringing to you live online. But don't forget you can have this broadcast whenever and wherever you want with a purchase of the DVD from Big Time Small Town Media. Go to www.BigTimeSmallTown.com. There you can check out all of the games that we've got from any past tournaments. We've been doing this for just more than a year, and Big Time Small Town Media is proud to be more than sports. We're community.
EDF Renewable Energy provides strength in the Peetz community, and our strength is grounded by the company's extensive experience for more than 25 years. EDF Renewable Services is the largest in North America, with services over 6 gigawatts of energy under contract. that is specifically tailored to create value, deliver results, and provide the best possible service to the communities we serve. EDF Renewable Energy is with the Peetz community every step of the way.
Playing sports takes planning. Our day-to-day lives take planning, but we're not all prepared to plan for all aspects of our lives. That's why we have to rely on people like Joel Nelson at Nelson Financial to help us plan for our retirement. Plan and invest in your best interest without compromise. At Nelson Financial, the only certified financial planner in the area, Joel can't help you out unless you call 970-521-7800. Nelson Financial. Better to plan and not need it than need it and have not planned.
Back-to-back serves for the Peetz, or for the Fleming Wildcats, have led to a 1-1 score here. As it's picked up back row by Chintala, set up far side for Kurtzer, tip over and through the defense, makes it 2-1. Fleming leads 2-0 over the Peetz Bulldogs, 25-12 and 25-12. As a serve will go to Franz. Picked up back row by Peetz, pushed across. Burns will get one to fall on the back row, and it's 2-2 now. Peetz gets that early ties, but they just have not been able to keep it tied throughout the whole match, as Melissa Shoemaker with the serve into the net. Service error, 3-2 now, as serve will go back for Keisel, Timmy Keisel. Picked up back row by Peetz, and it'll be a free ball over by Burns. Franz with the set, far side. Kurtzer powered off the block, and it will be a stuffed block for Peetz. Tie up at 3-3. As we Burns with the serve. Picked up through the middle by Herbert, and she gets one off the block and makes it 4-3. Kurtzer with the serve. Puts one back row, picked up by Peetz. And over, and a miscommunication between King and Franz makes it 4-4. And Peetz will get the ball and the serve. And into the match will be McCall Edel. Shoemaker with the serve. Picked up by Chintala, back row. Franz set up. King through the block, picked up by the Bulldogs. Set up near side. It'll be Curley, and she will get one past a diving Daly, and Peetz will take a 5-4 lead. Shoemaker with the serve. Picked up back row by Chintala. King on the attack. Be picked up by the Bulldogs. Pushed across. King will tip one back over and make it 5-5. And that'll give the serve to Janaea Daly. 5-5 is the score. Fleming leads 2-0. Picked up back row by the Bulldogs. Pushed across by Shoemaker and wide on her flat-footed attack. And makes it 6-5 Fleming. Daly with the serve once again. He'll be picked up back row by the Bulldogs. Set up, and it'll be a flat-footed attack by Shoemaker. Falls into the net and makes it 7-5. Daly with the serve once again for the Wildcats. Picked up Shoemaker, back row. Set up Shoemaker for Curley. Pushed across. Franz set up far side for King. Powers on the block. Stuffed at the net, and it'll fall on the Peetz side and give Taylor King another kill. Pushed across by Daly. stuffed at the net on the return, and King will get one to fall again. And it's 9-5. 9-5. The Wildcats lead Daly with the serve, and it'll go out and make it 9-6. As in will be Kurtzer and Bornhoff for the Wildcats. Berkey with the serve, picked up by King. Back row, and it'll be free ball over by King. Peetz, back row, set up, near side. Curley over the block and gets this one to fall as Bornhoff cannot get an arm on it. And 9-7. Berkey with the serve once again with a 9-7 lead for Fleming. Picked up back row, set up far side by Bornhoff for Deborah Kurtzer, and she'll hit one into the net. 9-8. 9-8, Berkey serves. Picked up back row by King. Set up for King. She'll just pop one over. Set up as Shoemaker will have to push across. Chintala with the dig out. Set up in the middle. Herbert can't get this one to fall. Set up near side for Curley. Dug out back row by the Wildcats. Pushed over for King. Powers through over a block. Return across as King set up once again. Herbert will push it across backside. Peetz will set up for Curley. Back row Chintala dug out. Set up far side King. Big swing off the net and rolls it off of Shoemaker and make it a 10-8 score. Long rally by both teams, 10-8. And Chintala will have the serve. Dug out back row by Shoemaker, and it'll be an ace as it falls out of bounds. 11-8 now as Chintala will have the serve. Shoemaker to Shoemaker. Curley on the attack, and she will get one through the D and make it 11-9 now, Wildcat lead, and Burns comes back on for the Bulldogs. Caitlin Peetz to serve for the Bulldogs. 11-9. Fleming lead. Dug out back row and pushed across, and a lift by the Bulldogs makes it 12-9. As Abby Kurtzer comes back on for McCall Edel. King with the serve, dug out back row by Shoemaker. And he pushed across by Melissa Shoemaker. Set up back row for Chintala on the back row attack. Dug out by Peetz. Near side for Burns. Dug out back row by Chintala. Near side, Kurtzer on the attack, off the block and down and in. And makes it 13-9 as Deborah Kurtzer with the kill. And give Taylor King the serve once again. Dug out back row by the Bulldogs. Pushed across for Melissa Shoemaker. Dug out by the Wildcats. Far side for Kurtzer. Dug out. Peetz will have the shot again. Melissa dug out by the Wildcats. Into the net will go Bornhoff, and she can't get this one to fall. And makes it 13-10. And the serve will go to the Bulldogs as it'll be Mackenzie Meyer. Dug out back row. Bornhoff too high as Deborah Kurtzer pushes one over. Set up Meyer for Burns off the block. And Kurtzer cannot push it up enough as it makes it 13-11. And Meyer will have the serve again. 13-11. Dug out back row Chintala. Bornhoff set for Kurtzer off the block and dug out by the Bulldogs. Shoemaker will free ball over. Set up. Bornhoff in the middle, tipped at the net and pushed across. Joust at the net, won by Keisel, and she will put this one on the line and in 14-11. That'll give the serve to Rachel Franz, who came on, as well as Janaea Daly. Franz back row, dug out by Peetz, picked up by the Bulldogs and free balled over. Chintala, Franz for Keisel, who thought she would set it short and a little farther than she thought and had to reach back and puts it into the net. 14-12, that'll give the serve to Melissa Shoemaker. Melissa's serve over, picked up Chintala, Franz for Daly. Set up in the middle for Burns, can't get to it, and it'll be a in the net go the Bulldogs on the attack, so a free point over for the Wildcats as it's 15-12, Fleming lead. 2-0 as Keisel will serve up an ace. Make it 16-12. Keisel with the serve. 2-set lead over the Bulldogs and a service error after the ace as it's 16-13. Give Morgan Burns the serve for the Bulldogs. 16-13. Picked up back row by Kurtzer. Set up in the middle for Herbert, and her attack long and wide makes it 16-14. Lead still to Fleming, and Burns will have the serve again. 16-14. And this ball out and long on the serve. It makes it 17-14. Gentala had to let that one go, and the serve will go to Abby Kurtzer. Kurtzer with the serve. Dug out back row by Shoemaker. Set up, and Shoemaker will push it across. Franz, far side for King. Out on the back line as I was looking for a tip, and it didn't happen. As back in is McCall Edel for Abby Kurtzer. Makes it 17-15. Shoemaker with the serve. Dug out Chintala into the net, and King will have to free ball it over. Dug out, back row. Curley over the block and in for a kill. As Jody Shoemaker will have it again, 17-16. 17-16 serve. Pick up by Herbert. Set up Franz. Far side, King through the block and picked up by Shoemaker. On the Wildcat side, picked up a flat-footed attack by King and pushed over. King will dig it out herself. Franz will push it back row. Peetz will dig it out and picked up by Berkey. Free balled over by Curley. Next side, Herbert will have to just tip it over. Set up. Curley over the block. Chintala dug out. 17-16 at the net. It set up Franz. Attacked by King. Dug out by the Bulldogs. Berkey will attack and into the net. Make it 18-16. And into serve will be Caitlin Bornhoff for Janaea Daly. And coming in is Deborah Kurtzer as it's picked up near side for Curley. Dug out back row. Far side for King into the net. She will hit this one, make it 18-17. As Mallory Berkey with the serve. Goes over, picked up by the Wildcats. Near side, Herbert will just tip it over, and she will get it to fall. 19-17. And Jenna Pop will come in for the Bulldogs. Back to serve will be Chintala. Dug out, back row by Peetz. Come over and right into the wheelhouse of Keisel, but she can't get it to fall. 18-19. Peetz coming back and holding their own. Morgan Burns comes into the game for Curley, as that will send Caitlin Peetz, the libero, to serve. 19-18 lead by the Wildcats. Dug out and off the hand of Edel, make it an ace and tie it up at 19-19. Peetz with the serve, and she will put it right into the net, and it's 20-19. Fleming lead. Back in to play front row for the Wildcats is Abby Kurtzer. Taylor King with the serve. 20-19. Dug out and ace on the back row as Caitlin Peetz could not handle the serve. 21-19. King with the serve. Dug out and back-to-back aces as it's off of Shoemaker. And makes it 22-19. And a timeout taken by Peetz. Their first of the set, as they have two left. Or excuse me, they have one left in the set. 22-19. Peetz leads over, or excuse me, Fleming leads over Peetz, and Fleming has a 2-set to no set advantage. And Taylor King, coming out of the timeout, will have the serve. King serve. Dug out back row. Picked up near side for Burns. Dug out by King. Set up far side for Kurtzer. Through a block and off of Shoemaker and makes it 23-19. And you can't leave Abby Kurtzer wide open like that. 23-19 as King serves for the Wildcats. Set up far side for Shoemaker. She'll tip it over. Dug out by King. Far side for Kurtzer. Big swing and out. And that was very close. And makes it 23-20 now. As Megan Gillum will come in for the Bulldogs. Pushed up back row, dug out by King. Near side for Deborah Kurtzer, and she'll get one to fall. It makes it 24-20. And serving for match point will be Rachel Franz. Franz with the serve. Picked up by Shoemaker. Meyer pushed across by Burns and out, and that will do it. Final score in set number 3, 25-20, as the Wildcats take a 3-set sweep of the Peetz Bulldogs in 3 games. Or 3 sets, I should say. 25-12, 25-12, 25-20. That will end it. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll name your reliable player of the contest here on this big-time small-town media production on Shasta.tv and ColoradoPreps.tv.
The Peetz Telephone Company is a proud supporter of Peetz Athletics. In addition to their many great services, the Peetz Telephone Company is offering super fast internet to the surrounding area with speeds that reach up to 20 meg. You'll be surprised by the personal service as well as the low monthly rates that you receive from your local hometown telephone company team.